or work on or try. Cool. All right. Well, if you joined last week, there was some twisting stuff, and seeing as we've got a little bit of time, we'll just demo this transition. We'll go through it a few times so that way you can feel it in your body. So after we do a few rounds of the Sun A and Sun B on both sides, the next sequence that we'll do, we're going to start in a crescent lunge, so standing forward, and then an open arm twist. From the open arm twist, we're going to take it to an exalted warrior. So your right hand's going to come across your body. You can either reach for your left thigh, or your left fingertips are going to reach to the ceiling as you maintain your lunge for exalted warrior. I'm going to take a breath in here, and we're going to open up to a skandasana. So you're going to bring your left arm back, ground your back heel, and take your body back. So try to keep your back heel on the mat. You're going to come down to here. And from here, we're going to open up into our warrior two. We're going to move through that sequence a few times just so you can feel the movement coming from your crescent lunge to an open arm twist to exalted warrior, then back to skandasana. Woo, almost lost my balance. And then coming down. So it's going to, don't need to move through it super fast, but just an idea of what will be coming ahead, just working some twists a little deeper. Just playing with some different transitions and whatnot. But it's a pleasure to have everyone here. And thank you for sharing your Wednesday. Thank you for sharing your Earth Day and your space with me. On behalf of Small World, it's always a, look at the dog. Sorry, I get distracted easily. I've got some like birds that have like made a nest in my wall, and they just keep like chirping like crazy. And they just have an interesting clock, and they make a lot of noise, and I'm paranoid that they're gonna come in through like my AC unit in my bedroom. But I think I'm gonna miss them once they learn to fly, and then they're all gone. All right, so everyone, if you need to, go ahead and grab a drink of water or grab a bottle of water. If you need a block, feel free to grab a block. But otherwise, let's get started in a tabletop position. Sarah, so good to see you. Alexis, glad to have you. And Regine, cool. All right, so yeah, everyone, let's get started on tabletop. And once you make your way there, go ahead and take whatever movements you need right here, right now. Just being mindful about the shapes that you take. Maybe it's a few rounds of cat-cow, or some hip circles, wrist stretches. Just notice how you're feeling this afternoon. Notice what needs to be addressed. And meet back in your tabletop in about 3 breaths. And once you're in your tabletop, you can take your knees wide and bring your big toes to touch. It's almost like you're prepping for your child's pose, but not quite there yet. So inhale for a cow pose, shoulders down your back, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose, press through your hands, round your back, tuck your tailbone. Now inhale back to cow, and maintain this shape, but walk your hands back so you can sit your hips on your heels. So giving yourself a little more space if you want to bring your hands to your thighs. And maintain this cow shape as you breathe in. And then exhale, round your back. You can pull against your knees and round. Inhale, take it back up to cow. And now maintain this shape again. Push your hands back on the mat. And walk it out to your child's pose. Hands long in front of you and spread your fingers wide. So see if you can make your child's pose more active. Using your entire palm and your foundation. See if you can keep your forearms lifted. And draw your shoulders together down your back to press your hips towards your heels. Maybe rest your forehead on the mat, rock it side to side a few times. And then allow yourself to settle in your pose. And begin to pay attention to your breathing. And begin to breathe with more control. Taking a long, slow inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Long, slow, full breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. And seal your lips. And continue breathing in and out through your nose. If your hands aren't already, take your palms long in front of you. And inhale, come back up into a tabletop, tuck your toes. And exhale, send your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose with your toes tucked. Now arms long, inhale, plank. So toes stay tucked, shift forward, shoulders over your wrists. Now press through the floor. If you want to modify, feel free to lower your knees to the mat. But you're going to take a breath in and ground your knees, toes tucked, child's pose as you breathe out. Inhale back to your plank. And exhale, chaturanga, hold here. Again, if you want to modify, feel free to lower your knees, but elbows just bent at 90 degrees, hands wide. Plank pose, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe out. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Up dog as you breathe in. And down dog as you breathe out. On your down dog, welcome some movement. Might be your first time here this morning or this day. You can lift the leg, stretch it out, shake it out, bend to a knee, rock your hips. Notice how the mat feels beneath your hands. So spread your fingers wide. Notice if you're grounding just through the heel of your palm, but try to use the length of your fingers in your foundation as well. And take a breath in here. And as you exhale, take your hands one palm's length closer towards your feet. Left hand stays on the mat and gentle twist. Take your right hand to the outside of your left ankle. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Keep your hips lifted and strong here in your left hand. Stay for one more breath in. Stay through your exhale and plant your right hand. Take your left hand to the outside of your right hand. Gaze underneath your right armpit. Again, so strong in your foundation. Feel free to keep a soft bend at your knees. One more breath in. And exhale, both hands to the mat. Walk your hands back to a ragdoll. So taking ragdoll at the back of your mat. And choose your variation. You can grab elbows, you can interlace your fingers, bring them to the nape of your neck. Welcome a generous bend here to your knees. So you're releasing more through your spine. Shake your head no, nod yes. If you're grabbing elbows, feel free to switch your grip if you haven't already. Rock your weight from your heels to your toes. Left foot to your right. On your next exhale, release your grip. Chin stays tucked and unroll all the way to standing. Roll your shoulders up and down your back, fingers wide at your sides. And inhale, mountain pose. Go ahead and grab onto your left wrist and just take a side body stretch up and over to the right. Inhale back to center, grab your right wrist, take it up and over to the left. And inhale, center, cactus your arms back, bend, pull your shoulders together, ground at your heels, lift your heart. And inhale back to mountain pose, palms to touch. And exhale, hands at heart center. And take a moment here to acknowledge yourself for showing up, for setting aside this time and making space for yourself wherever you are. If you have an intention that you'd like to set, feel free to do so. Even if it's just acknowledging your reason for making it to your mat. Or if you have someone you want to dedicate this practice to, feel free to do so. And I just offer up these next 60 minutes to you and your practice, whatever it is that you need. Allow yourself to be open to receiving it and letting go of things that aren't serving you. Go as far as you need to, hold back when you need to, and join us again whenever you're ready if you need a break. One more breath in. And exhale, let it go. Feet together, arms at your sides. And mountain pose. Now reach your fingertips to the ceiling. Now make this mountain pose active from the bottom of your feet through your fingertips. As you breathe in, feel your ribs rise, and let that be what lifts your shoulders and still extend out through the crown of your head. Feel your navel snap to your spine. Squeeze your triceps. Try to straighten your arms. One more inhale. Reach up, look up. And exhale, fold. Hands to your shins, knees, or thighs. Find your halfway lift. Draw your shoulders together. Shift more weight towards your toes. And find a soft bend here at your knees. Tilt your pelvis forward. Maybe notice it in your hamstring. And take one more breath in. As you exhale, hands to the mat, walk it out to plank. Now strong in your plank pose. Again, options, you can always come down to your knees. One more breath in. Chaturanga on your exhale. Up dog, breathe in. And down dog, breathe out. And breath in. And exhale, let it go. 3 breaths here. And inhale on the top of your toes. And exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain pose, press through your feet, extend through your fingertips, strong in your core. Forward fold the whole way down. Halfway lift, hands to the mat, step back to plank, lower through your chaturanga. Up dog on the inhale, down dog on your exhale. Breath in together, and breath out together. 3 more breaths here. And inhale on your toes, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, halfway lift, and fold. Mountain pose, ground and reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, and hands to the mat, back to plank, lower chaturanga. Up dog on your inhale, down dog on the exhale. Breath in together, and exhale, let something go. 3 more breaths. And up on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top. Exhale, make it there. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain pose, forward fold. Halfway lift, moving with your breath. If I'm going too fast, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Lower chaturanga, take it at your own pace. I'm calling these poses so you know what to expect, where to go. But don't feel rushed. Stay within your practice. Breath in together and out together. 2 more breaths here. And breath in. Now walk your hands back towards your feet as you breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift and fold. Mountain pose. Now it's time to grab your left wrist and side body stretch. Taking it up and over to the right. Left ribs roll back, right ribs roll forward. Hold here, 5. Stay 4. Got it, 3, 2, and inhale, center. Switch it out, grab your right wrist. Take it over to the left. Hold here for 5. Breathe 4. Stay 3, 2, and inhale, center. Now back bend, ground through your heels. Again, lift through your sternum. Press your hips forward, pull your shoulders together for 5. And 4, 3, 2, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, and hands to the mat, walk it out to plank and pause in your plank pose. Now lift your right heel and bring your right knee towards your left tricep on the exhale. Inhale, step back to plank. Now exhale, left knee, right tricep. Step back to plank and alternate side to side. You've got 12. Breathe through it here for 11 and 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your hips up. You've got it. 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee in your plank. Breathe in. Shift forward. Chaturanga on the exhale. Up dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. And breath in. Exhale. Let it go. 3 more breaths here. And inhale on your toes, bend your knees, look to the top. Exhale, make your way there. Halfway lift and fold. Separate your feet about hips distance. And now take your chair pose, but instead of lifting your arms high, reach your fingertips towards the front. Now open your palms towards the front of your room and flex your wrist. Shoulders stay down your back. Find a lift here in your heart, and can you sit your hips down and back a little further? Excellent, Brooke. Nice, Sarah. Excellent focus. Stay right where you're at and breathe. Notice how you feel and use this moment as you're breathing to see what your body needs. Are you feeling tension in your shoulders, tight in your hips? You need to readjust how you're standing. And take 1 more breath in. Forward fold on your breath out. Halfway lift and chaturanga, hands down, step back, move through your flow. We'll meet in a down dog. Take it to your warrior one, right side, step through. Ground your left heel, reach your hands out. And I'll square hips to the front. Really press through your left foot. Roll your left hip forward as your right hip draws back. Feel the same strength here in your core as you did in your mountain pose. Reaching up and out through your fingers. Stay low and committed to your lunge. Excellent there. Keep using your arms to reach to the fit ceiling. Can you sit just 1 inch deeper? Last breath in and hands to the mat, back to plank. Move through your flow. And down dog. Left side, warrior one. Step your left foot through, ground your right heel. Set your foundation and reach up. Now, even if reaching up doesn't feel good, you can always keep your hands at your heart. But strong press through the floor. Left knee over your left ankle. So if you need to, just shift your left knee forward about 1 inch or 2. Nice. Excellent. Stay with your breath. Reach up. Can you sit just a little deeper? One more breath in. And exhale, hands to the mat. Move through your flow. Up dog on the inhale. Down dog on your exhale. And big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 3 more breaths in your down dog. Feel free to take whatever movements you need here. And 1 breath, 1 movement. High on your toes. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, make it to the top of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose, reach your fingertips to the front. Chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift and chaturanga, hands down. Step back and lower. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, out. Warrior one, right side. Step through strong foundation. Use your entire inhale to reach. An entire exhale takes you through chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, out. Left side, warrior one. Step through, ground and reach. Hands to the mat. Take it back. And no need to force the pace. Stay within your breath. We'll meet in a down dog. Take a breath in and out. 3 more breaths here. Anytime you're feeling hot, open mouth, exhale, let something go. Inhale on the tip of your toes. Bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose, hips low, fingertips to the front, palms open. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, hands down, step back. Up dog and down dog. Warrior one, right side, step through, ground and reach. Excellent, hands to the mat, step back, lower through. Up dog, down dog, take it right to your left side, use your breath. Entire inhale brings you up. Hands to the mat, excellent, lift. All the way down, lift, and down dog, take a breath in. Stay through your breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And up on your toes, bend your knees, gaze forward, listen for the changes, travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift and fold. Chair pose, ground through your heels, reach your palms forward. And really ground through your heels, sit a little deeper. Breath in. And now drinking bird, take your hands behind you. You can keep your heels on the floor or lift up on your tiptoes. Shoulders draw together, your back, your chest is proud. Hold here, strong here, squeezing the muscles in your thighs. Can you sit your hips just a little deeper? Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, back to chair. And exhale, drinking bird. Listen for the change. Back to chair pose, open your palms. Now crow pose, bring your triceps to your knees, palms to the floor. Shift your weight from your heels to your toes to your hands. Strong in your core. You've got it here for 5. Find your way to plank in 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Step or jump back, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right heel to the sky. And bend your knees, stack your hips. Take some movement here if you need it. Inhale back to 3-legged dog. And exhale, step through. Rise to warrior one. Now strong foundation, shoulders down your back. Take a breath in, hands behind your back. As you breathe out, find a chest expansion. Lean back, look up, and humble warrior. Crown of your head down to the floor. Fist to the ceiling, fist to the sky. Just coming back to your breathing. Heels of your palms stay squeezed tight. Stay for one more breath in. Low lunge on the exhale. Three-legged dog, send your right leg up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Options to stay, options to take it to flip dog or wild thing. Taking your right leg up and over. Find your variation. Ground, lift, and open. Nice, Kristen. Beautiful, Sarah. I'm on a breath here for 5. Stay for 4. Flipping back in 3. Side plank in 2. And 1. Bring your right hand back down. Rock to the outside of your right foot. Left arm to the ceiling. Hold and breathe. Keep your hips up. You can always modify. Keep your right knee down. 5 and 4. Stay 3, 2, and 1. Plank pose. Move through your flow. Up dog. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. Lift your left heel to the sky. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Welcome some movement. Stay strong in your hands. Shoulders square to the floor. And inhale. Three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Rise to your warrior 1. Take a moment here to set your foundation. As you're ready, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, fists to the floor, shoulders together, reach up, look up. And exhale, humble warrior. Crown of your head down to the floor. Again, feel your shoulders rinse. Crown of your head down. One more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Three-legged dog, send your left leg up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Option to stay, option to flip. Go where you need to go, stay where you need to stay. If you want to take it all the way to wheel, feel free to take it to wheel. Yeah, keep looking towards your extended hand. Excellent patience, way to stay with it. You've got it here for 3. Flip back in 2 and 1. Make your way to side plank. Left hand down. Right arm to the ceiling. Find your expression. Maybe that's floating your right leg. Maybe that's picking your hips up 1 inch higher. Hold, you got it 5. Stay with it for 4. Last 3, excellent plank in 2 and 1. Hands down, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, round your knees, child's pose. Go ahead and grab a drink of water. If you need a drink, grab a drink. As I run out of breath, I don't know, I've been doing this sequence and just trying to talk and move. It's been a lot while you're sweating, but y'all are doing fantastic. Keep it up. Give your square neighbor and this Brady Bunch chat a high 5 up and below. Yeah, Leah, was great. All right, we'll meet back in a down dog in 5. Yeah, down dog in 4. If you need more time, take as much time as you need. You got it for 3 and 2. Back to your down dog. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale your right heel high. And low lunge on the exhale. Rise to your crescent. Now again, setting your foundation here. If crescent lunge doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to ground your left heel behind you and just stay in your warrior 1. You can do all the shapes from that pose. Go ahead and bend your left knee a little bit. And think cat and cow alternating here in your pelvis. So tilt your tailbone down towards the mat. And then straighten your back leg. Fingertips high. One more breath here. Now open arm twist. Left arm forward. Right arm reaches back. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips. Reach wide. And now bring your right hand across your back. You can grab your left thigh. Exalted warrior. Take your left fingertips high to the ceiling. Stay low here in the lunge. Continue to squeeze your left glute. Take one more breath in. And now Skandasana over your left leg. Ground your left heel. Shift your way back. You can keep your hands at your heart. You can bring your hands to the floor. So finding your variation. Your right toes can point towards the ceiling. You can ground your foot, but you want your right knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. Stay through the exhale. Now return back to crescent lunge as you breathe in. Come up onto your left toes. And open arm twist as you breathe out. Exalted warrior as you breathe in. And exhale, Skandasana over your left leg. Inhale, crescent lunge. Open arm twist, breathe out. Exalted warrior, left hand reaches high. And exhale, Skandasana. Now warrior two as you breathe in. Now right knee stops over your right ankle. Keep your hips as they are, but now take your right fingertips and reach as far towards the front as you can. Keep your right knee over your right ankle, reach wide. Now side angle pose, right arm down, left arm lifts. Now take your variation here. If that's reaching for a half bind, taking it to a full bind, or birds of paradise, bound half moon. The choice is yours. Stay within your breath. Reaching for whatever you've got. Feel free to fall out of it. Feel free to get right back into it. Didn't mean to make that happen, Brooke. Didn't mean it. But you've got a way to get back in. Last spot. Excellent, Dan. Keep grounding through your left foot. It's a little higher. You've got it here for 3. Leaning back in your side angle in 2. And 1. Release. Reverse warrior. Stay low. Reach up and back. And low lunge. Both hands down. Step to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left heel to the sky. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise to crescent. Again, settle here in your foundation. Find a soft bend at your right knee. Tuck your tailbone. Feel your ribs knit into your up hips. So strong here in your core as you reach high. And open arm twist, breathe out. Left arm back, right arm forward. Again, reaching wide, fingertip to fingertip. Use the strength in your core to work the twist. Left hand across your back towards your right thigh. Right fingertips lift to the ceiling, exalted warrior. Stay committed to the lunge. Can you sit just a little deeper? Keep working your right hip forward. One more breath in. Skandasana as you breathe out over your right leg. Pause here for a moment. So you can let your hips sit down and back. You can always bring your hands to the floor again. Keep them at your heart. One more breath out. Crescent lunge over your left leg as you breathe in. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, Skandasana over your right leg. Inhale, crescent lunge. Last time. Exhale, open arm twist. Exalted warrior, breathe in. Skandasana, breathe out. Warrior two on the inhale. Again, set up your foundation. Shoulders over hips and gaze over your left fingertips. Now take your left fingertips as far to the front as you can. And then from there, bring your left arm down and find your side angle pose. Planting through both feet. Strong in your foundation. Again, go where you need to. Excellent, Sarah. And way to bind, way to stack your shoulders. Keep your chest lifted. If you want to take it a birds of paradise, hop your right foot forward. Excellent, bound half moon. You've got it here. Find your variation, nice and steady. No need to rush it. Excellent, Dan. Good. Patience. You got it for 5. Meet back in your side angle on 4. Release in 3, 2, and 1. Next breath in, reverse warrior. Take your right hand up or left hand up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise back up to crescent. Exhale, open arm twist. Exalted warrior, take your left fingertips up. Skandasana over your left leg as you breathe out. Back to crescent lunge, breathe in. Bring your palms together and exhale, revolved crescent. Now, if you need to modify, feel free to lower your left knee down to the mat. Press your palms evenly into one another. Draw your shoulders together as they stack right over left. Hold and breathe here. Extend out from the crown of your head through your heel of your left foot. Stay for 3. Here for 2. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Straighten your right leg. Now keep your hips where they are. Reach your right fingertips forward. Triangle pose, right hand down. Left arm lifts to the ceiling. Again, shoulder stack, hips stacked. Press down at your feet. Think of drawing them in towards one another. Inner thighs strong here. You've got it for 5. Breathe here, 4, 3. Reverse warrior in 2 and 1. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand up and back. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Inhale your left heel to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Rise to your crescent, find your footing. Exhale, open arm twist. Exalted warrior, right fingertips to the sky. Stay committed to your lunge. Skandasana over your right leg as you breathe out. Back to crescent lunge, breathe in. And palms together, revolved crescent as you breathe out. Again, maintaining length here. Palms press tight. You can press your palms. You can take fist to palm, fist to fist. Lengthen and breathe. Hold here for 5. Crescent in 4. Stay 3, 2. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten your left leg. Hands and reach as far forward as you can. Then triangle pose, left hand down, right arm reaches high. Just continue to breathe. Careful not to hyperextend here at your left knee, so keep a micro bend. Use the muscles around the joints to support yourself. Here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. Bend your front knee and inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Step back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. High on your toes, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, top of your mat. And halfway lift. Fold. Mountain pose, ground and reach. Palms to touch, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So now here, taking a steeple grip. So steeple grip, your palms are going to be together. Interlace all your fingers except for your pointer fingers. They'll stay pointing towards the ceiling. Now lift your biceps by your ears. So arms as long and straight as you can keep them. If they're still bent, that's fine. But eventually working towards biceps by your ears, and arms as long and straight as you can. Now feet together, thighs together. Tailbone stays tucked. Lift out of your hips, through your fingertips, and take it all the way up to the right. Now roll your left ribs back. Right ribs forward. Use your right hand to extend and take it a little further. Notice if your chin is down, and keep your chin off of your chest. Hold here for 5. Stay for 4. Got it. 3, 2, and inhale. Center. Take it over to the left. Bump your hips to the right. Roll your right ribs back. Left ribs forward. Hold and breathe. Use your left arm to lengthen. Notice how you feel on your breath in. Can you let something go and maybe sink a little deeper? Your strength comes from your foundation. Hold for 5. Stay 4, 3, center in 2, and 1. Stand tall. Keep your grip. So option 1 is to take a back bend here. Option 2, release your grip, cactus your arms. But if your hands stay together, drop the back of your head. Ground through your heels, hips forward, and slowly take it up and take it back. So keep lifting up and out of your sternum. Hold and breathe here. You've got it for 7. Breathe and reach here for 6. Excellent, Brooke. Last 5. You got it, Leah. 4, 3, back up in 2, slowly for 1. Palms back together. Bring your hands to your heart and rest them down by your side. Long, slow breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. One more like that. Slow, long breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Mountain pose. Bring your palms to touch. And seated prayer twist. Left elbow, right thigh. Now here are options if you want to play with your crow pose or side crow. Option C, you can just open your arms wide. Find your variation. Find your expression. This is your space to play around. Strong in your arms. Focus on your foundation first. Fingers wide. Thanks, Kristen. You want to extend your legs wide. Kick your bottom foot out. Play for 5. Stay for 4. Got it here. 3. Back to center in 2 and 1. Take a breath in, chair pose. Forward fold, let it go. Separate your feet hips distance, peace fingers around your big toes. Lengthen your spine and exhale, fold forward. And notice if your shoulders are crowding your ears, and keep your shoulders lifted towards your hips. Again, maybe welcome a soft bend to your knees. Stay for 3. Release your grip in 2. And 1, halfway lift, feet together. Forward fold, let it go. Mountain pose, bring your palms to touch. And seated prayer twist, right elbow, left thigh. Notice the positioning here of your knees. If your right knee's forward, keep your right knee back and draw your right hip back. Again, feel free to play if that's arms wide, if that's a variation of side crow. Strong foundation in your hands. Keep pressing the floor away. Hold and breathe here. You've got it for 5 and 4. Stay 3. Last 2. Back to chair, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Separate your feet hips distance, gorilla pose. Palms underneath your feet, toes to your wrist creases. And use your arms to pull you deeper, but bend your knees as much as you need to keep a compression between your stomach and your thighs. Deep breath in. Fold a little deeper on the exhale. Last 3. Release in 2 and 1. Keep your feet as wide as they are. Come back into a chair pose. Palms reach towards the front. A second opportunity here to play with the regular crow pose. Bring your triceps to your thighs or your knees. Palms to the floor. Weight from your heels to your toes to your hands. Maybe your toes stay on the mat, or maybe your feet lift and float up. Choose your variation. We're here for 10. Strong here for 9. Feel free to play around. You've got it for 5. Got it here for 4. Stay where you're at for 3. Both feet down in 2 and 1. Make your way back down. Go ahead and take a ragdoll. Grab opposite arms. Rock and sway. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Release your grip and unroll 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders up and down your back. Step your feet together. Inhale, mountain pose, palms to touch. An eagle on the right side. Right arm underneath your left. And now try stacking your elbows over your knees and shoulders over your hips. Now as you press through your right heel, see if you can sit your hips a little deeper. Now we're going to play with a different variation here. See if you can shift your weight from your heel to your toes, and see if you can take your eagle pose and come up on your left tiptoes. Keep squeezing everything tight. If you fall out of it, it's all right. No worries. No one's watching it except for me right now. And that's cool. Keep squeezing, keep shaking. Yeah, you've got it. Feel free to ground your right foot. You've got it here for 3. Breathe through it for 2. And 1. Mountain pose, ground, both feet, palms touch. Take it to the left side. Left arm under. Left leg over. Ground through your right heel to start. Shoulders stay drawn down your back over your hips. So hips slow, tall through the crown of your head. Now, if you want to stay here, feel free to stay in your eagle pose. If you want to play with a slightly different variation, see if you can come up onto your toes. Squeeze and shake. Maybe you fall, but maybe you get it. Excellent. Hold and breathe. You got it for 5 and 4. Last 3. Appreciate the effort for 2 and 1. Mountain pose. Breathe in. And hands to your heart as you breathe out. So now we're going to play with a bow pulling pose. So bow pulling pose is similar to dancer, but dancer you're looking more for square hips, square shoulders, and a back bend. So we're combining some of those elements, but along with a twist across our chest. So stand where you're at, feet together, lift your arms shoulder height, palms face in, and now reach your right arm back. So notice right here, if your right hip wants to open back to the side, keep your hip even with the top of your mat. Now right hand drops to your side, right foot, right hand. And now point your left palm towards the floor and lift your fingertips towards the ceiling. So notice the twist across your chest. So think dancer pose, draw your right knee back, kick your heel up away from your glute. Now try keeping your right shin over your left shoulder as you kick your toes to the ceiling. Slowly start to lower your chest. Now look over your left fingertips to where you want to go. Keep leaning forward, reaching forward. Strong here in your left leg. Press through the floor. Keep grounding here through the ball mount of your toes. Squeeze your quad. Beautiful, Kristen. Hold and breathe. You've got it, Sarah. Here for 5 more breaths. It might feel long. If you fall out of it, you've got a chance to get right back into it. Beautiful, Sarah. See if you can lower your chest just an inch deeper. You've got it. Here, 5. Breathe and stay with it for 4. Last 3. Excellent. 2, and all the way back up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now reach your hands out forward, palms facing one another. This time, draw your left arm back. Again, left hip stays even with the right. Drop your left hand by your side, left foot, left hand. Right palm faces the floor. Lift your fingertips to the ceiling. Maintain the twist in your chest and lengthen. Draw your left knee back. Kick your heel up and away. And slowly, as your foot lifts, your chest lowers. Keep reaching out through your fingertips and look to where your fingertips are pointing. Excellent, Leah. Nice focus. Stay with your breath. 5 more breaths wherever you're at. Keep reaching. Can you lower just a little deeper? And kick as much as you're pulling with your back hand and your back foot. You've got it. 5. You've got it here, Dan, for 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Release slowly. Come all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. And tree pose, right side. Right foot along your left leg. Just avoid pressing directly on your knee. And you can stay right here. You can send your arms wide. And find what you need. Allow yourself to be open to receive. Allow yourself to let go of what's not serving you here. Find your fullest expression for 3 and 2. And exhale, ground your right foot. Switch sides. Left foot along your right leg. Again, squeeze your legs evenly into one another, palms evenly to start. Once you feel stable and ready, then go ahead and explore. Feel free to play. See if you can find that space of balance, of strength and ease. It's where you're working the pose, but it's not an overexertion. Find your fullest expression. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Palms together. And exhale, both feet down. Relax your hands by your sides. Inhale, sweep them up. And take a back bend at the top of your breath. From your mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Forward fold. And halfway lift. Now crouch and curl. Fingertips to the mat. Come up onto your tiptoes, hips to your heels, forehead to your knees. So you're wrapping yourself in a tiny little ball. You can take your hands forward. Then go ahead and ground your knees, untuck your toes. Prepping for camel. Separate your knees about 2 fist distance apart if you want to measure it out. If you have a block that you want to use between your thighs, feel free to use a block. So now we've been playing with some different variations here with our hands. So if you want to try camel pose with the steeple grip, you can reach up and take it up and back. Again, just avoid dumping in your lower spine. Otherwise, feel free. You can always keep your hands at your low back. Draw your shoulders together, elbows together. Chins down, hips forward. Lift out of your sternum, out of your fingertips, and slowly take your gaze back. And hold and breathe wherever you are for 10. If it's in your practice to take your hands to your heels, you've got it for 9. Stay with it for 8. Last 7 and 6. Hold 5. Breathe through it for 4. Last 3. Make your way up in 2 and 1. Come up and exhale. Take a seat on your heels. Take a long, slow breath in. And open mouth, exhale, side up. One more like that, slow breath in. Go ahead and sigh it out. Go ahead and sit over your legs. And lower all the way down to your back. We're going to take 4 back bends. I'll cue for 1 bridge and 3 wheels. If you want to take 4 wheels, feel free to take 4 wheels. Or whatever combination number of the 2, 4, 4, we're doing 4, that you want, feel free to take them. So we'll start with the bridge pose. Feet flat on the mat, hips distance apart, and shoulders flat on the mat. So your middle fingers can touch the back of your heels. And as you're ready, lift your hips. Press your shoulders into the floor. Maybe walk your hands underneath your back. Interlace your fingers. So hips up, chin lifts towards your chest, and think of pulling your chin away from your chest. Hold 5. Breathe 4. Last 3. Last 2. And slowly come all the way down. Take a breath in. And exhale, let it go. If you want wheel pose, hands over your shoulders, fingertips point back towards your body. Ground through your feet, lift your hips, press into your hands, lift to the crown of your head. Stay here if you're not comfortable lifting all the way yet, but as you're ready, come up. Hold and breathe. You got it here for 5. Strong here for 4. Last 3 and 2. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. You take a long, slow breath in. Exhale, let it go. Reset your hands and breathe in, lift up. Hold here and breathe. You've got it here for 8. Stay 7. Last 6. 5. Press your chest towards the front for 4, 3, 2, and slowly come all the way back down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Reset your hands. Last time, ground and lift. Find your variation. Find your fullest expression. Here for 12. You've got it. 11. Lift for 10, 9, 8. Last 7. Last 6. You've got it. 5. A little higher for 4. A little extension for 3. Open 2 and all the way back down. Go ahead and ground your hips. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let your knees open wide. Hand on your heart, hand on your chest, or hand on your stomach. Just notice what you feel right here. Notice the pace of your heartbeat, the pace of your breath. Notice the power. Notice all that's within you. It's there for you to access at any point in time. And take a deep breath in. Now exhale, let it go. Now go ahead and relax your arms at your sides. Kick your heels up to the ceiling. Now reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling as well. Now you're going to lift your shoulders and reach your left fingertips towards your right toes and lower. Right to left and lower. Left, right. Right, left. Got it for 12 and 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders to the floor. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower another 30. Now take a breath in and now lift your shoulders. So think of a hollow body shape. Ribs towards your hips, lower back presses to the floor. Now take chaturanga arms, elbows over your shoulders, and bring your knees to touch your triceps. Kick your legs out. And tap. And out. Got it for 10. And 9. Lower back's on the mat for 8. And 7. Last 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. Last time in. Low boat as you breathe out. And take a breath in. Stay through the exhale. One more breath in. High boats as you breathe out. Shoulders back, chest up. You can find your variation. Knees can be bent. Legs can be straight. Take your breath in. Low boat on the exhale. Breath in. Exhale, high boat. Breath in. Exhale, low. Breath in. Exhale, high. Exhale, low. Exhale, high. And low for 6. And 5. And 4. Last 3. and 2, and 1. Bring your knees to your chest, rock front to back. Cross your ankles, rock over your leg. Go ahead and lower your hips to the floor. You take an up dog, pull your heart through, stretch the front line of your body. As you're ready, knee back in a down dog and half pigeon right side. You can move through a flow, find your way there. If half pigeon on your chest hurts, be careful of your knee. Feel free to take it to the supine position. Lift, lengthen, create space and open. And as you're ready, slowly lower down. And again, notice the pace of your breath. And without judgment here, allow yourself to be open. And just open to the pose without forcing it. Pay attention to how your body responds to being in this shape. Is your jaw clenched? Is there tension in your neck or your shoulders? Your forehead's grounded, maybe rock it a little side to side. And take this time for you. Be honest with what you need to receive here. Welcoming it in with an inhale. And sharing what you no longer need with an exhale. And here for 5. And 4. Switching sides in 3. Last 2. And 1. Hands back. Feel free to take your own variations, your own movements, your own path. To have pigeon on the left side. Whether that's chest down or back down. Finding your expression. Keeping your hips even. And as you're ready, slowly finding your pose. Giving yourself space to observe. And what you need now is different than what you needed a moment ago on the previous side. It's different than what you might need in the future. So just taking an opportunity here to really check in with yourself. How do you feel in this shape? What can make it feel stronger? What can make it feel more relaxed? What can make it feel better? And how can you access that? And accessing it by allowing yourself to be open, by not forcing an outcome. Here for 3 more breaths. And go ahead and, as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can swing your right leg out in front of you into a seated forward fold. Rock your sit bones. You rock your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to so we can find a long, flat spine from your seated position. And from here, lift your fingertips to the ceiling. If you can, peace fingers around your toes. If your peace fingers don't reach, feel free to grab for your shins. Biggest thing, take a long, flat spine. And then you can slowly straighten your legs. Lengthen and lift. And exhale, use your arms to reach your heart forward. And lengthen on the inhale. Deepen on the exhale. One more breath in. Fold deeper and hold at your fullest expression for 5. And 4. 3. 2. Slowly make your way up. And if you're not already, scoot forward so your heels are at the edge of your mat. Bring your hands to the tops of your knees. Tuck your chin. And slowly lower all the way to your back and rock side to side. A yogi's choice here if you want to take a happy baby, if you want to take a waterfall, shoulder stand, headstand, handstand. Give yourself about the next 20 breaths here to kind of play around. If there's anything you need to get into, anything you need to play with, feel free to play. And maybe you're in your happy baby, you can straighten one leg and the other. Play with both legs. Taking 10 more breaths. Last 5. Be back on your lower back in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead and ground your left foot. And think eagle legs, cross your right leg up and over. Send your arms shoulder height out to a T. Bump your hips an inch to the right and twist to the left. Now twisting with your eagle legs. You can keep your gaze to the ceiling. You can gaze over your right fingertip. Again, just allow the twist to come by using your breath and listening to your body, allowing yourself space to open up. If you want, you can bring your left arm and just rest it on top of your right thigh. And stay through one more exhale. And inhale, make your way back to center. Uncross your legs, square your hips underneath your shoulder, plant your right foot, cross your left leg over your right. And keep your arms to a T, bump your hips to the left, twist to the right. Nice and steady. And stay through one more breath out. The next breath in, come back to center, unwrap your legs. And wrap your forearms around your shins. See if you can grab your hands, you can grab elbows. You can rock front to back, side to side. And bring your forehead up to meet your knees. Last little bit of effort, wrap yourself in a tiny little ball. And take a long, slow, full breath in. Pause at the top of your inhale, squeeze tight for 3, Shavasana in 2, and 1. Exhale, legs long and arms relax at your side. If you take a moment and just take some wiggles, shake your hands, rock your head, shake your legs, and really allow yourself to settle here. Notice what it feels like to be in the space that you're in, without doing anything to influence that space, without doing anything to change what you're doing. Feel your breath come and move, come and go through you. Feel your heartbeat within you. Notice the sounds around you. Maybe notice the smell of the space, maybe the temperature of the air on your skin. It'll be a part of where you are. Shavasana serving you, stay as long as you need to stay. Before moving, return to your breath. Take 3 cycles here, taking a long, slow inhale through your nose. Pause for a moment at the top. And slow exhale out of your mouth. Let everything go. Let your chest sink. Let your navel squeeze to your spine. And pause at the bottom of the exhale. Twice more just like that. Slow breath in. Fill your belly. Fill your chest to your collarbones. Pause at the top. And open mouth exhale. Let it go. Pause at the bottom. Last time, as long and slow as you need to fill all the way up. Fill to your edges, fill up, 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 and hold at the top. And as long as you possibly can, slowly let your exhale go. Return to your natural breathing. Welcome movement back to your fingers, your toes, ankles, your wrists. Rock your head side to side. You can take a full body stretch. If you want to, you can rock over, take a fetal position. You can use an arm as a pillow. As you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seat. Roll your shoulders up and down your back. Rest your left hand on your heart, your right hand over your left. You can acknowledge yourself for showing up, for setting aside the time and space to do something for you. Thank you for sharing that with me and everyone else that was joining us and participating today or that will watch this in the future. It's always a pleasure. It's always an honor. And until next time, and bring our hands together, I wish you well. Namaste. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Gilbert.
Yeah.